Hello, hello, everybody out there in TV land. You know who I am. I have many monikers, but I am absolutely vanilla tonight. Chris Joy here, and I am joined by the love of my life, the one and the only greatest restreamer ever, Diesel Pilot. And we are here for a slobber knocker between TheMalaki and jkoper. Now, Diesel has rolled this first seed because you know I love to roll second seeds so I can disappoint everybody. Diesel, how are you?
You never disappoint.
I always disappoint. Roll baby seeds. Come on now. And we are actually going to introduce the Bowser sound today, Diesel.
I've heard that you've got a special noise, a special sound for this race, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes because I know we've got the Ganon roar. I know that there's got to be something special for the Bowser sound. And speaking of sounds, what am I hearing? Oh, I think I've got somebody's stream up elsewhere. There we go. Sorry guys, it wasn't me. Or it was me.
It wasn't
me. It was just me. It was entirely my fault.
You can blame me. Everybody usually does. I mean, let's be serious. So why don't you tell our runner, our wonderful chat, about this flag set for this tournament?
So this is our tournament flag set. We have a lot of cool features. One of those being that, hey, look at that right out the gate. We have rolled 5 and we've got the paradox pipe and our runners figuring out what they want to do with the paradox pipe. So,
my goodness, it even channels Z1. It's like, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Oh,
yes, it does. So one of the things we have, as you can see, we have our
Diesel,
7-5.
Done?
I've rolled them. I've rolled them 7-5 to start. That's what I've done.
And 8-4 on jkoper's side.
Yeah. So the runners do start with some power-up items already in their inventory. Also, any levels that they complete will not be reset if they do game over. If you lose all your lives, it's really not that big of a penalty. So we decided to add that in order to try to encourage some new entrants to the tournament, which is exactly what we've done. We have 54 entrants in this tournament. Among them being among the new ones, completely new to the SMB3 Randomizer, are people like Malaki here, or TheMalaki, who we've never seen them before, which is awesome. We've been excited to see new. Yes.
Is it me or is jkoper?
His crop is off.
Growing.
Huh?
He's growing. He's becoming bigger and bigger.
Yeah, his crop is off. I'm trying to wait for the restream machine to actually catch up and give me a sample, and I'm trying to fix it, but let's see.
Now, chat, this is what I'm going to tell you. Just like when we had our hometown hero, Kaio, in the previous tournament, brand spanking new runners we support with all our hearts and souls because they are out there giving it their all, and it is a learning curve.
Yes.
So when we say this may not be required, it's because we don't have the experience as you awesome runners, and we're gonna have to learn this the hard way. Lord knows I have gone through 7-5 and failed miserably to find out that it's not useful. So we know, and we're gonna absolutely root TheMalaki on. So get your prayer emojis out because we are supporting.
It doesn't have that nasty Valkyrie out there giving them trouble. It does have, of course, the fire enemy set, which that is what it is. Unfortunately, you can't really do much about it. It's going to be nasty, but he can learn how to...
did you see that blockage? So
Yeah, and he
7
turned
of
around
5
at the last moment, which was unfortunate timing.
Yeah, and it's not being kind at all to the Malachi. And, here's where you try to dodge 7F5 like I dodged 7F2 when I'm playing this seed myself. So I endorse everybody else playing it except for me. Also, we had a temporary pause on jkoper's side with the boss pass. It was taking a union break, and you love to see it if you're a player.
If you're a player, yeah, you might love to see it.
See, look at that. Look at how he's just chilling, He's got everything under control. That's our friendly fish. But starting off with 7F5, that is kind of rough on a new player.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it is sort of a trial by fire, and we do have to tell our runners, just you have to get these skills figured out. 7.5 does have some tricks to it. There's a lot of elements that nice like that, like the TheMalaki did, where you figure out the maneuver that the enemy's going to make, and then you just put yourself into the spot to be able to go around it. And he's done that great, and you can already see he's figuring out this 7.5, and as he goes through, he will have figured out a lot of the techniques to get rid of or to get through any 7.5. And one of the things we know is going to come up here in a moment. He already took a death on that fire chomp. That's fire snake right there. He's got to remember how to. Yep.
How could you? Also, chat, look, how are you gonna blame me for this? No. Crystal protects the Tanooks. Okay, and I protect tadpoles. Also, Gelectro minefield action on jkoper's side. Sweetie, jkoper's using the experience to his advantage.
Oh yeah. And jkoper knows where the Gelectros are going to be as he moves forward through that minefield. And the TheMalaki is elected to use one of the items that he starts with, the leaf. That'll give him at least a couple of extra hit points going through the maze, and it will also let him. Okay, well, he at least got rid of those two.
See, having the fire enemies is actually quite tragic for 7.5 because can you bring a shell up? Yes.
Yeah.
But there's so many of them. Also, going to get the fire flower, so he'll be at 3 HP yet again. And this is where you need to really murderize the enemies here. Anything that's not fire, you just murderize and just
even the fire snakes go down to the it's just those fire chomps, but the fire chomps will go down like that.
Yeah, fire snakes, unfortunately. Maybe if he keeps jumping, we could hope. Also, great propel from the TheMalaki. And we have jkoper, who is out of the second world already.
Yeah. But if anybody is curious, I was the one that rolled it, so I am the one giving the business to the Tanooks here, in this case.
So right now we have jkoper in the third world here, and Vanilla. How dare they? Vanilla 1-3. Home to, no, not 1-3, 1-4.
This is 1-4. Home to the White Mushroom House.
Yeah. So you already
there he goes. Gets rid of that fire snake. He has got a clear path now to the end. I don't know what he was waiting there for, but he's got a clear path to the end. Might have been wondering why that one block was activated, and I don't know. I couldn't explain why. Don't worry about it, just roll with it. Now he has, oh, of course,
Gee.
6.
Do you go from 7.5 to 6.6? You weren't kidding when you said trial by fire. Ooh.
I didn't think it'd be this trial by fire.
Listen, chat. I legit did not roll this. You guys know I always roll game number 2 so I can disappoint everyone. Now, no blaming me. The only time I roll a game 1 is if I'm doing solo comms. But this here is quite tragic. Now, see, I would have blamed Dr. Torsel. I would have blamed Dr. Torsel for this.
And jkoper's making his way through 3-5. Which, now, one thing we will see, Malaki, he game overed, but when he goes back through that pipe, you know what, that might actually help because he can see those forts there, and if he were to play the blue fort, he would probably clear that blue lock and he'd have an easier level to play. And I don't know why he's going back into 6-6 after saying that
he sees the 2 forts. So he didn't see any lock, and maybe due to inexperience, he doesn't know that the brown, the beige fort will build that bridge to the other side. And that's why I said a lot of this is going to come with experience.
Yeah, that's really a lot of what it is. And unfortunately, we see, but what I'm saying here is he should take the lower path that he does right here. 7-2, much easier stage than 6-6. He's got plenty of power-ups. And just a moment. Let's see what...
Okay, so we're going to need to go down.
Oops! And that was jkoper in the 7-3 beta. Unfortunately, takes a very poorly timed hit from the Lakitu and was not able to recover. And, of course, does the obligatory frustration pause, rage pause, whatever you call it.
You know, and he's just coming from Link to the Past where, you know, cross keys will give you a whole lot of jank as well. I should know, I'm from that community. And, you know, it's like, thanks, I hate it. Also, jkoper giving us fanfare with a star. You know,
True Hyper Mario. I love True Hyper Mario's comment, jkoper doing Stewie things. We do have on jkoper's side 1 fort. Interesting to see here what he decides to do. I think the path to the castle is clear. So if we got a leaf here, do we have a leaf? Yeah, I imagine he's going to be trying to build up piece speed here around this hot foot. So at least it's a responsible hot foot, but there we go.
It's a Gandalf hot foot. Oh. It was like, you will not get an item.
Yeah, there's some frustration there too. After that hot foot was rude game.
Also, we got some semi-speed strats here, ducking and dodging. Excellent from TheMalaki. And we will see fanfare.
Oh.
As I say, we will see fanfare, you know. Lakitu was like, not today,
robbery.
Buddy. I know, and he could have used the fanfare to his advantage. Also, another terrible enemy set.
Yeah, the Patui set here for... Oh, be careful, that's a fire nipper.
I know, you know, and you know, I normally love me some nip-nips, but for TheMalaki, I mean, you got Patuis that gatekeep, so he gets out of that, and we are enjoying 1-5 on jkoper's side.
Yeah. The regular 1-5, not the 1-5 beta. Let's see. He's not going to go and try for the tunnel. All right. Oh. Malachi in World 7 Airship. Okay, this opening world for Malachi was about the rudest that we could have given him. And he may never let me roll a seed for him again. Or commentate for one of his seeds.
You have gotten the bad hammer, Diesel, for, you know, I'm going to call offsides on you, you know. Yeah, just go with offsides for now.
Offsides?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, we could call you offsides for that. Actually, no. I'm calling you out for unnecessary roughness.
Unnecessary roughness. A personal foul, that'd be a 15-yard penalty.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, he's got a 5-hit Roy at the end of the World 7 Airship. That 5-hit non-earthquakey Roy, too. That's probably one of the worst Koopa kids to do it, which he clears it
because
on Small Mario.
It's not earthquakey. He tends to be a very high flyer, which would explain many things in reality. Also, Jacob, no, I will never say that, chat. That's not going to happen. He's bulked up muscle, but that means he's still bumped.
And then Lemmy is also not going down easy.
No. And see, that is the worst terrain to have for Lemmy, unfortunately.
Then we could do a 7-9 with Boss Bass. I'm sure somebody in the... Oh, no. I don't know that he knows the path in 7-9.
It eventually will lead you the correct way.
Oh, yeah, eventually.
It will eventually, and we have 6.
Oh, no, this is definitely...
Nope. Oh, no. TheMalaki has taken a number.
Yeah.
From Boss Bass.
And I would say for situations like the... Oh, I see what he's doing. He's going for that fortress. That's why he's playing that. But I would say situations like this, there is on the Discord, there is the Nintendo Power Guide, the link to it in the resources. Just grab the Nintendo Power Guide and
runners
it actually
anything, Diesel, my love.
It's got the map, yeah.
They need to play with the Power Glove. They need to play with power.
The Power Glove, I love the Power Glove. It's so bad.
Yes. Imagine if we have a nice SMB3R tournament where everyone gets to use a Power Glove. I could foresee this. But the one thing that scares me right now is TheMalaki is in an area where he will get trapped.
Yeah. Well, there. Okay. He's got a fire flower now. And, oh, nice. He's got just enough time to get out of there. And he's gone. All right. And speaking of gone, jkoper has just completed World 4. He'll be moving into World 5, which is played by World 3 tonight. He's got a pipe right out the starting point. He's going to pass it up to go into 6-8.
6-8. Not a bad level. You know, starting off with a star.
And this one does not have a sun or boss bass. It does have our Goombashu enemies.
Yeah, we're not going to get the H jump, obviously.
Yep, not happening today.
Yeah, so we're out. Piece of cake. And now we're seeing our friend TheMalaki going through, getting absolutely fabulous. Yes. And look how many hammers. You gave so many hammers, Diesel.
Yeah, 3 hammers for jkoper already. Hammers, of course, as you do see, hammers do break locks. So that's going to be all throughout the Swiss parts of this tournament. Hammers will be breaking locks. And another one little flag that you see here. Sometimes it's the guided missile bills come out of the bullet bill shooters. That was a new thing that jkoper implemented back in, I want to say it was around November. We showed that off. Same time we showed off the shuffle doors thing. That was a lovely little feature that jkoper added to the randomizer. And
yeah. The Malaki taking an unfortunate Gelectro kiss, in 7-4. It's not something you want to have to get, because 7-4 is long. It's a long
level. It's long, and you can't go through the spiny cheeps. Ooh, a frog suit given out by the princess in that letter.
Where are we going to embrace being human mustard and getting that froggy power?
We might. Oh, mushrooms that go down pits are not healthy.
Now that's something that TheMalaki wishes he had, because frog suit in 7-4 is actually a godsend.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it makes a huge difference. Also, good job, TheMalaki, on dodging in the Gelectro minefield. Yeah. Unfortunately, facing the wrong way, and that star just goes off to shine for someone else.
Yeah. Yeah, in SMB3, the mushrooms and stars, they will go in the direction opposite the side that you hit them from. So if you hit them on the left side, they'll go to the right, and vice versa. It was a feature that, oh no, into the nipper. It's a feature that they didn't use much more often that I know of in the Mario games.
No.
But I loved it. I loved it. You could control the power-ups a little bit.
Mario 1.
Mario 1 and then Super Mario World, I know they for sure both only went to the right.
And Malaki getting through his piranha stage to get that wonderful piece of a star. And lucky we're not on a... takes a cannon to the face.
He's going to go back in.
On life 0 for TheMalaki right now.
Yep. Fortunately, Diet Life doesn't really matter that much with with jkoper's feature that allows us to just keep our progress saved. The Muncher run. I love
my 99 lives. I got 99 lives. And
Oh. Don't lose that star.
I'm going to go behind. Yeah, because that means you are in trouble, friends. So on jkoper's side, we're probably going to see the star grab. Does get it. And TheMalaki is out of World 2. Good for you, Malaki.
Yeah, that's good progress made so far. jkoper on the World 1 airship.
Yeah, World 1 airship, easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Oh. Well,
does touch a cannon. The cannon hit his foot. And was
that should not have counted.
Not have it. Also,
I disagree with that hitbox.
Iggy, very vanilla.
Yep.
With very 3 hits.
And getting out of there.
Yep. Meanwhile, on TheMalaki side, traversing through his third world, which is World 1. And this was kind of a long World 1 if you had no hammer. And does TheMalaki know that hammers break locks?
I don't know, but I'm wondering, was that a hammer suit that we saw on jkoper's screen for the princess letter?
We are rated by our Fire Flowers champion.
Hello, Angelic Jade, and hello, Moonlit Angel.
Yes, good to see you guys. Hope your streams went well. And we are right now looking at one of our new runners, TheMalaki, going against the veteran in jkoper. So there is a slight difference in levels between our two runners, but the Malachi is learning, and he is our Kaio. For those of you who are old school, and I always root for the new runners.
Yes, you do. As well, you should.
I do. I protect them, even though the community thinks I nuke them into oblivion. I don't know why I get blamed for nuking the newer runners, aka the Tanooks. But in this case, they do have tadpoles, in which I am a happy, not even gotten to tadpole level.
Well, that's okay.
Yes.
jkoper is found 3.9 beta. He's heard about power-ups in it.
Yes.
But none of those blocks were one of them.
No, I believe it's over by a pipe, is it not?
Yeah, I think it's earlier in the stage.
Because I remember seeing Macobra. I did not roll this chat! Why are you blaming me? See how they blame Weasel? They will blame me, but never blame you.
Yeah, I know.
And you roll poopers in a heartbeat.
Yeah, chat, if you want to go and check out the race time room, I
didn't do it, chat. I'm innocent.
If you want to go check out the race time room, you can look and see that I was the one that rolled it.
So your beloved chat wants in the future to not disclose who rolled it and then have a gambler on who did it. So
thing is, though, it's easy to check. Anybody can go and look in the race time rooms and see who dropped the command. So,
sweetie,
well, 7F2 was.
What I see?
Yes, I have given you a Christmas gift.
Yes, Christmas, and it's not even July yet. We are in Disney World, everybody, and you have to love the happiest place in the Mushroom Kingdom, where plants are so friendly and lovable that they blow you kisses, and hearts, especially when we have the heart mod on. Then you see all those little hearts.
Oh, yeah. jkoper just damage boosting through the basement of 7F2. Malachi gets his hammer.
Only roll babies. Chat loves ripping and tearing me asunder, man. Luckily, I have a great sense of humor, but y'all be wildin', chat. So, and contrary to popular opinion, I prefer a nice grill. You can have a nice grilled steak. I do.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I made a ribeye today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we had a BOGO ribeye at Publix yesterday, so I was like,
yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I had it on the grill.
Yeah.
I made it with some baby back ribs.
Oh.
I had to get grilling before it starts raining because we're 90 degrees over here. So perfect.
Malachi also in 1 fort. He picked up the leaf, was able to think about whether he wanted to take the item, but the item is going to go untaken.
For jkoper, we know this as the Parabeetle Stage of Doom, because if you get a power-up as in a Tazzle Star, then that spells Omoe Wamushinderu, because you are going to feel awful. Yeah.
And Malachi is making his way through World 1 here. He's in 1.5 now, almost in the vanilla spot.
Yeah, it actually was. And
I thought it was in the 1.6 spot. Oh well. And he gets through
Oh,
it very nicely. And jkoper in Fort Knox, or 7F1, gonna
yes.
go, and it's not gonna go try to look for the power up to see if it's different. He's gonna go straight for the nuke suit.
Of course, you gotta don your cute suit, Diesel. That's the
Cute
only
suit
way to
riot.
place Ryan. Throw back a, well, shoot, wrong channel. But jkoper is going to be in just a moment encountering Le Boom Boom. And I love it. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. And the take this is a human muster suit. So, that makes you feel good knowing that you are protected by our frog overlord. Also, we have a special guest in chat, my Z1 mentor,
Hey,
the one and the only Yumi, has
hey,
decided
Yumi.
to join us. Good to see it. You can't see her. No. But good to see you, Yumi. This seed is something. It's something. And I will put out a disclaimer that Yumi, this is a just sandy type seed. And you'll know exactly what that means. But we're on the World 4 airship for the TheMalaki and La Princesa town for
Yeah, he's gonna go
jkoper.
get that.
So, to sum up what happened, Diesel gave a blessed start for our experienced runners, but a terrible start for new runners, with a starting level
Yeah.
of 7.5, followed up by 6.6. So it literally was the concerto of levels, and it was literally omoe wamushinderu, and everybody was going no. So
Yeah. Well,
but Malachi is toughing through it, and I love to see that tenacity. We do have Navy action here in World 8 for jkoper. I don't think Coper saves Bob, so let's kick Bob to the curb. No, he saved
he
it!
saved Bob. Well, actually, he held Private Bob into the blast from the other Bob. From Admiral Bob.
Better. That's even better. That's like when I hand Zelda off to Ganon all the time as Z3. And we have Frog Strats. Oh no, Frog Strat got denied.
Yeah. Well, Frog on the ice is it's a thing. And not the thing you want to be.
And Frog on Ice, you got Disney on Ice, Frog on Ice. Sounds good.
Oh.
And jkoper has and a hammer suit. So we have a hammer and hammer suit plate on jkoper's side. So he is in Casa de Bowser, where Bowser is going. And once you find Bowser, then you will hear him go, Nyah! With his Bowser roar. And yes, that is the totally accurate Bowser.
That is the new Krista Joy Bowser roar and Bowser growl.
Yeah, no, this is why are we doing a Ganon roar chat? Why are we wrong game? When I do my Z1 Arcoms, I'll give you Ganon roar. No, we are not having that as my sub. All right, so does take a fireball to the face. Link has a shield. You need big shield action to do that, but we're gonna have to use cuddle strats, or should we say dodgeball strats, which is a bold strategy, Cotton.
Oh. Hold on.
So
I gotta get them a new race up here. New race train.
yes,
They're about to be finished.
yes, yes. And the next seed, everyone, I'm rolling it. So you know it's gonna be a jetty for your Betty. Expect to see Cooper probably sub 25. And get your GGs out for our first round winner, jkoper. No, we are not nuking anyone, chat. I protect the new runners. I protect the Tanuks. So no, I do not nuke, folks. Diesel, you gotta stick up for me. I'm innocent. I swear.
She actually is innocent in this case.
Yes, do not blame me. So are the flags the same for game 2?
Yes, the flags are exactly the same for game 2.
Peachy.
Yes,
I'm
indeed.
getting right on it, Chief. I'm getting right on it. Oh, baby. This is going to be so good. I predict that this is going to be the best jet seed ever. Yes, because everyone knows I roll Teddy for your Betties, and you love to see it. So I'm just waiting for TheMalaki to join, and give me 1 second. Ow, 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 ow.
Oh.
Yes, no, it isn't, Mom. That's
All right, we'll be right back and set these guys up for the next race. Don't go away.
After the excellent intermission, we have returned. Now, this seed is my seed, so this is going to be an easy peasy lemon squeezy. And Diesel is currently gatekeeping our runners. And I think he is ready to release the Kraken.
Well, I would almost be ready to release the Kraken, except the Kraken has decided he needs to go get a drink of water. So, when the Kraken has come back after having gotten a drink of water, well-earned drink of water for both of our runners for sure, we will be releasing them into the madness that the lovely Krista Joy has rolled for them. So, while we're at it, while we're waiting, chat.
That is a tame hash, Diesel. It is not a janky hash or anything.
I didn't say anything about the hash.
Yeah, but you would like some madness that I rolled. I didn't roll anything, you know. Just rolled a nice.
I'm just saying, I rolled a little bit of madness. There's no reason why you can't roll some madness as well.
No, I have to be, well, even though Chad will disagree, I have to be the sane one. I have to be the sane one.
There is no sanity here. This is rando.
Yes, yes. And you know what? See,
what's up?
Like I told the Z1R community, these youngins don't remember the struggle back in the day. they don't know what it means to play this game with no, Nintendo power. We had
no save states, no.
We didn't have any of that. No. But we did have a power glove. And the best part is, remember when it came out in that movie with Fred Savage?
Yes,
and
the
his
wizard.
Little brother, the wizard, yeah. And it was like, oh, snap, we all got hyped about that. And it was beautiful. So this game has so much beauty to it. And thanks to the efforts of Gen 1 randomizer Fred Coughlin and the evolutionary wizard himself, Macobra, we have really stretched out what this game can do, Diesel.
Yeah, a lot of interesting features, a lot of new stuff. We are about to go. There goes Malachi's stream. There goes jkoper, just a second or so right behind him. I'm going to get the sync, but yeah, our very own Makober has done some amazing work to make this game what people could never probably have imagined it actually could be. Yeah, just
We're
awesome
starting
sauce.
off with a Star of Protection, which will come in handy against the bro fight. And we're starting off with 3F2, so I'm already as invalid can be. Which I love.
Yeah,
Also,
I know you love it.
entering Polaroid mode for the Malachi there for a second. Bonks the block and kisses the fish.
Yeah, there are some interesting physics, and one of those physics things is that you hit something and it's gonna. There's a ricochet effect whenever Mario hits the block, and that's not something you always think about when you're like, I want to get the block, I want to be Big Mario, and then you get de-Mario-fied.
Yeah, so Cobra gets out first, but Malachi's right behind him. You go, Malachi. And that's exactly what builds the bridge. But I would take on, as jkoper is doing, try to see what the additional item is, because we got the Star Bro out the way. So we know it's probably going to be a better item. Well, by better, I mean sarcastically better. But, at least it sings a nice lullaby. It lulls everyone to sleep. Also, this Sumer Bro is just getting a little too close for comfort.
There he goes.
The Malachi. And he gets his 1984 Radio Shack cassette player. You'll love to see it. And we are entering into, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, World 1 airship.
Yeah. And this is a much easier World 1 for both of our runners, especially Malachi, than the first world was.
See, my World 1 nice and friendly, Diesel.
Yes,
Your
I
World
see that.
1 Dr. Torstel level of evil. That I would be like, if you rolled that for me, Diesel, I'd be like, you are in the doghouse. Date night is over. You are going to catching these band hammers. Also, that pipe got Coper real far.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes the pipes take it, and sometimes the pipes goeth nowhere.
Yes. And we are in World 2 Fort, better known as Spike Fort. And we have the Malachi, who is being protected by our Fire Flower champion, Angelic Jade, with her trademark tail, only to lose it. The Hot Foot was like, nah, no Jade protection for you.
More like Spiked Fort. Yes, this fort exists out of spite.
Lie, that's actually some truth to that, because this fort is brutal. Also, Malachi needs to be a little bit careful, because you can
get death locked in there real quick. I've done it before. I got death locked in a see where the clipping was quote unquote disabled, which means you clipped to the left instead of the right, and just overshot my turn back, and then ended up with a tail. Got clipped into that little area where the spikes are coming down on me, and then ended up getting smallified eventually and de-Mario-fied altogether. Just by that one mistake. Yeah. Frog suit for Malachi.
Yeah, Froggy! I am a frog aficionado for other runners. I'm not good enough for frog strats myself. I need somebody to give me some learning on how to be a better frog. But it's good to see Malachi just moving along, not having too many issues.
Yeah.
And that is what you love to see. Also, we have Wendy on a flat surface. She's chonky, but easy to beat. And Coper is out.
Well, there has not seen a... Oh, they do have a hammer there. That's... Yep. Gonna go use that hammer and get to the airship. So in this seed, Malachi is right behind jkoper.
A lot more of a tighter race between Malachi and Coper, and we are in a red-forted
Yeah.
level world 1. I'm going level 1. I'm getting everything mixed up with my Z1R.
Yeah. 5F1, but yeah. And a 5F1 on a grassy knoll.
Yes. Also, my water canister just kind of moved down and hit me. Oh
no.
Yeah, I have this 64-ounce water jug that I fill up with ice, and that bad boy's heavy, and it just hit me in the ribs.
Oh.
It's like you need to get good at your commentary, so my water jug is judging me.
So jkoper seeing that there is still a lock. Oh, 8-1. Tournament fortunes have lived and died on 8-1.
Yeah, 8-1 is not too bad. Now, a lot of people say that this is a jet fort, the one Malachi is in right now. Forgettable fort. But I don't like this particular fort. I tend to die a lot.
Well, jkoper and 8-1. As I said, randomizer tournament fortunes have lived and died on 8-1. I have seen it way too many times for anybody to take 8-1 not seriously. And jkoper entering in the giant tower again. And one of the things you can do, if you can build and maintain your P-speed and then keep your P-speed out. Oh, if you can keep your P-speed, I think you got a 1-frame input there to...
He actually did have it, but he turned around, and we're going to be playing 8-1 again. Meanwhile, with this swamp that was giving Malachi the problem, because naturally we're not going to use speed strats like everyone else, so we have to jump up and trigger it, and then when it's down, $1. How do you game over one of my seeds?
It does have 8-1 here.
Yeah, 8-1 for a newer runner can be quite daunting because we don't move fast enough. So, so there we go. So the one good thing about this is jkoper added a quality of life flag in the randomizer, which means that if you do game over in a level, you do not lose your progress. And that's a very big thing for newer runners because you don't suffer the backlash.
Oh, yeah.
Of having to redo everything. Because imagine if you had to redo, some of the tougher levels.
You got to make a decision about where you're going to go, and 8-1 can get you not really stun locked, but it can make you indecisive in that area.
Yeah, because you don't know where to land. You see everything wanting to hurt you. Yeah. Also, that looked like he was trying to press jump and it didn't happen.
Yeah, I think that was an Eaton input.
Yeah, that's something that I will admit, Super Mario Brothers 3 Randomizer is good. It Pac-Mans your inputs. Like, it treats it like it's a power pellet. Because it will eat it in a heartbeat. Also, jkoper with a gatekeeping boo. Oh no, Diesel.
And okay. The 8-1 play there for Malachi, very nearly was a problem. Oh well, there
Now
was the
this is
problem.
one time where 8-1 really will bait you with that particular power up because it puts you in a narrow pathway. It's got everything and its mother shooting at you, and Malachi did take a
Yeah.
bomb.
And there's those bopping blocks.
But remember, at one time, it wasn't the gatekeeping Boo of Doom. It was actually our favorite friend, the disobedient Hotfoot.
So I think what Malachi or what jkoper is doing right here is actually probably the best play for him. He needs to get this. He needs to get that out of the way, the fire snake out of the way. There he goes. Now he can make his progress. That's what's been keeping him in trouble the whole time. And now he's free. And now he's going to go and collect 5 extra lives. Good job, jkoper.
Yeah, much needed for our runners. Because 8-1 can do 8-1 shenanigans.
Yeah.
You know? And I love the fact that we did pay homage to our Canadian cessation, Dazzle, with that fanfare. But this power-up is, by all means, a bait.
Yeah.
Because
he did get through it nicely and it allowed him to make this progress here, but he's going to see it's... Oh, wow!
Oh,
okay.
Now we have to be careful.
But then
the homing one.
Block.
Oh. And we have potential fire kill on Lemmy Coop over here, but you know, Koper was shooting and it was not doing anything. So we are jumping some balls right now to avoid getting balled in the face. And
there it goes.
Koper did get some balls in the face. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But does make it out a small bean, Mario.
Okay. That was, again, a very nice play by the Malachi to get out of there. And, okay, he's fine. He's hold it. And, great, he held his jump. And, oh, no!
Now,
gotta keep your velocity there.
Yeah, that's through no fault of his own. Because those music note blocks can be the greatest menace in this game. Like, that block is awful. It is not your friend. You know, it treats you like you owe it $200 and it's not letting you get away with anything at all. Now, this is exactly what Malachi needs.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just needs to hold it.
That extra control.
And with the tail, he can get rid of the fire snake.
Yes. Didn't know. I wonder if he knows that you can take out fire snakes with the tail.
I don't know. It is also, if you're not used to it, or if you've not done it before, it is a little getting the positioning right for because they'll randomly jump one tile or several tiles and
3-7 for jkoper with a giant enemy set. Very good to see. You know, you don't want to see the fire set because fire set, although I think it's the coolest thing, it really isn't. jkoper opting to skip the item. I'm a little surprised at that.
Yeah, he skipped the item and he is he's playing it a little aggressively, so that is certainly his right.
I guess he figures he's behind. Oh no. Oh no. Diesel, do you see what I see?
Oh, yes. We all see what you see. We all see Atlantis.
It's Atlantis, everyone.
Yeah.
For jkoper, a required Atlantis. Ooh.
I see another eaten input on Malachi's side. They had to have missed that jump tap.
Yeah, the tilt is starting to happen. I mean, after going through that first seed, the A1 is just, it's not a friendly seed for newer runners. It's not.
Yeah.
But at least, by having Atlantis, it does spot him a little extra time because that's a grab. And you never know if it's going to work or not work. It has a lot of factors. How did he dodge that fireball, Diesel?
The fireball had gone just barely off the screen, so he was safe from it.
Extreme!
Hold on, just a moment.
Everybody, the dogs are extremely upset at Malachi having such a hard time in 8-1 that they had to vehemently state their position.
Yeah, they are still not happy with it. They're also not happy with who's decided to come in and invade our house, even though it's the people who live here.
Oh man. Yes, we must salute the puppers.
Yep.
Well, I did have Thunder interfere with my comms one day, Diesel. So doggo comms are best comms. And
yes.
we do not hear Ganon in the background. But why are we bringing Ganon sounds like this. Boom, boom, boom. He sounds just like that. And you guys are calling Doggo Barks Ganon. No, there's only one canonical Ganon sound. And we have tail action in 8-1.
Oh
no.
He used two items to make this happen, but he is good. He found the Kaizo block. All right. Now if he can just... Yeah, he knows, but he's got to get momentum. And he's going to wait. Okay, here he goes. He's out of there. He's out.
Look at that. It took the Ganon roar.
That was what it was. All right. So Brandy J Locks, it depends on why they are being noisy. Sometimes that could work, but if the dogs that live with me, if they hear something at the back door or the garage door, there's nothing you're going to say to them that's going to calm them down except open the garage door and say hi to them.
Oh, this is an awful enemy for Malachi. Double fireballs on the ice tile set. That is something you don't want to see. And oh no, 6-6.
6. Yeah. Don't do that again. Just nope out.
Yeah, you don't have to play it. You really don't.
Well, he's made.
I know why he's doing. He's looking for the power up that's in here. Yeah. The only problem is, it's dangerous to go alone with no weapons.
Yeah.
So
in a very bad spot. Very bad spot.
You have the nanny blooper, and then you've got gatekeeping Big Bertha right there, and it can be problematic. And you had some cheaps in the wild. And do you want to build a snowman? No. Well, be careful.
So close.
No, Malachi, you were so close.
But honestly, from his purposes, it probably wasn't so bad because he got practice with it. And in a race situation. So yeah.
Diesel, is jkoper growing again?
I wasn't touching anything.
Okay.
Let's see.
Because it looks like he's getting bigger and bigger, and then you end up saying it's huge, which chat, don't take me out of pocket. I do not owe chat $4. No. I call shenanigans. So we have 7-2 over here, and getting fire. If Malaki can hold on to this, which he should, then. But wait, no, we are not going that route, chat. Get to life.
Oh wow. Okay.
Diesel. Chat is going to TOS. All right, so now armed with fire. Just bonk him. Just bonk him. Gets a rebate flower.
Bonk, 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 bonk.
Yeah, I remember that big-headed TurboGrafx 16 character bonk. And we are in 5F2, aka the Lava Fart. You guys know it as Potable Ford Sauna.
jkoper making the way through 6-6, doing a pretty good job. So many people clip the beginning of 7-1 and 7-6. I don't see what the big deal is. It's just a big vertical climb with spikes if you die or fall. And so at least
you casually say that, man. But I don't know how to clip, so you don't have to worry about that out of me, man. We'll be just fine.
All right.
The clips are fun, and Malaki now hitting Lake Castle and Lake Airship, and it's the World 2 airship. For those of you who are not in the know, now you know. Also, we get the tail swipe on the bullet bill, and
that's not something you see every day. Is coming up from behind a bullet bill and tail swiping it. Somebody clipped that. That was clip worthy.
Yes, you need to assert dominance, Diesel.
Yes, and he did. He said, "Hey, this is my world, and you're just a visitor here."
Absolutely. When you have the power of Jade, then that means you are going to wreck everything. And we have now we have Castle and airship action, and oh baby,
airship for jkoper.
Yes, indeed. And it is the World 7 airship. We're not going after David Carradine, okay?
Save Bob Kill Bill. I love it.
No. The object is to toss Bob into the drink and tell him, get good and learn to swim. But it's also Danny! The man is Optimus Prime. And the worlds are Decepticons, and he just wrecks them, okay? So, no, we cannot use Danny as an example, because Danny is that person. Why can't we use it? The man literally eats, sleeps, and breathes. He can actually, if he was we are not hailing Galvatron there. I will Rodimus Prime you, malevolent one.
Oh, wow. The jkoper has entered 6F2 now, which in World 5 with this map layout means that 6F2 will be the one building the bridge, so it's a required fort.
But Danny is amazing in this guy. I mean, I remember when he used to kick everybody's heinies as DLP, because we go way back in them days of Growlwolf. And this was unfortunate to get hit by the kickback.
Yeah. Trying to figure out this boomerang physics and ice physics.
Ice physics.
This is definitely a... well, you didn't need to. I was going to say this is definitely a star time, but he was able to complete it without stars, so good job.
Yeah, and we are joined in chat by one of the living legends of the Z2, Z1. He just wrecks everybody, and that is the shark himself, Big Slamu. He is so boss, Diesel. He has his own situation where
Oh yeah, I am
will
very
you
familiar
get
with.
slammed? Yeah, will you get slammed?
Yeah. In
And
fact,
so far, Malachi has gotten slammed in a couple of cases.
yeah, I have definitely figured out situations where I am going to get slam mode, and I just say, you know what, I'm going to make this one check and then just up an A because I ain't making it through that mess of dark nuts.
And then you send the seed to me to play, you know? And I'm
Well,
like,
yeah, of course.
why? Don't use that misery loves company business. And speaking of misery, we have Malachi now in misery personified, known as
Oh
Atlantis.
no. Oh no, jkoper, you are not going to respawn those two Koopa shells either. You got to grab that Koopa paratroopa there and send it down. Those will, when two shells run into each other like that, they will not respawn.
No, Peppy. Why must you bring up the pain of what I did when I
Hey,
P-winged
look at this.
Overworld type?
Malachi has equipped the best item for Atlantis. And carefully using it as well.
Yeah, this is a great stage to have frog action. You know, when you embrace your inner human mustard, you know, it's going to go beyond
quick
rap.
enough. And I needed to get down a little bit quicker than that to get around that nanny blooper.
Yeah,
but that's okay.
Blooping, but you know, at least it's not thumping like the Linos, which, you know, chat has gotten me out of pocket so many times, Diesel.
Oh,
yeah? Yeah. I believe in giving fair and honest commentary, and those Gelectros are off my Christmas card list for hurting Malachi. I am not $4 out of pocket, chat.
Yeah.
I am not $4. It's not $5. No.
Oh boy.
Chat, please. How did they enter me into a contract without me giving
consent?
I
wasn't part of that. Didn't know part or party of that one, so whatever.
And this was, and the sad part is this was an actual required Atlantis.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw jkoper going through it earlier. So Atlantis, there is kind of a good path and a bad path. I like to go right up there, and then as soon as I can, get down below that ledge there, and that will pull the blooper up into where they can't get to you. And just
I go in with fire, and I just kill everything. I'm like, today, I'm gonna tell you, say hello to my little friend, and just blow him into oblivion. You know, you can't. You gotta say, save your pity for the weak.
And that shell or that mushroom is not going to be a healthy mushroom to have.
That mushroom took a union break. Oh man, it's acting like a Genshin voice actor.
Ooh, that was close.
Yes, expert dodge by Malachi outruns the fireball. Meanwhile, on jkoper's side, we are murdering our concerto master, Ludwig von Koopa, and we are going into World 8 at roughly 29 minutes. So if it's a free 8, like your last seed, Diesel, we could see a true jet seed.
Oh, yeah. We'll find out here in a moment. So we got 2 pipes and the Navy to look at. jkoper's not checking out the Navy. He's checking out the first of the 2 pipes. That takes us to the L. And he wants nothing to do with that L, but he does equip a frog suit.
That's the Navy tile. I think he's thinking it's vanilla boat.
3F2? Well, no.
No, I think he was thinking it was Navy ship, but I think he forgot he played Navy already.
Yeah. It is indeed 4F1, sometimes known as the Troll Fort. And he has paid the troll twice already. Let's see what we get. It's a mushroom. I was hoping we get a star. We could see ourselves a bro. But we're not going to see ourselves a bro.
Yeah, we get to see a bruh. But not
Ooh,
also.
Malachi and the pipe in the piranha stage. Kissed a piranha plant.
Yes. Got kissed by a piranha on the rain. Yeah, I compare you to a kiss from a nip on the brain. No, muncher. That was a muncher.
Yeah, that time it was a muncher.
Yeah.
So jkoper making his way through this world 8 now. Let's see. Finds he needs... Oh, there's 2 locks and a bridge. He is... gonna go back.
In Z3, we could always hover. We could hover. 8-2 on deck.
You know what? Just get out of there. He doesn't need to play it. At least I don't think he does. Yep. He's gonna let feed the boss bass. And goodbye.
Speaking of Navy, we have that on the TheMalaki side. Will Malachi save Boss Bass after he takes that cannon to the face?
Well, let's see. Don't go for that power-up. That power-up in the Navy is bad. It's a bad power-up.
It's a bad power-up? But bad power-ups need love too. How could you? All right. And Bob got blowed.
Malachi did not save Private Bob, and Boom Boom paid him back for it.
We're not supposed to save Private Bob Diesel?
I say we save Private Bob. I also want to give a shout out to my roommate who brought me Runza. Thank you very much.
Nice. And chat is giving now Bob a sentient mindset where Bob jumped on the grenade to save Malachi.
Bob jumped on the grenade to save Malachi. Yeah, but
Donut Fort for jkoper. Now that's something that everyone told me. Just go through the door instead of trying to jump, because I can't jump as high as David Lee Roth from, Van Halen. Come on, everybody, jump! Jump!
Yep.
Come on,
I love this
go ahead and jump. All right, so jkoper has busted a lock. I think. Did I hear
something happened?
Yeah, something did happen, and we are going to Super Tanks to pick on poor Sergeant Boom Boom.
Let's see what we got at the end of this. This is the real tank.
Now tell me that when you fly and the cannons are shooting, you see all those little toots that go behind you? Tell me that does that really mean that like Mario is passing gas over that section? Because it looks like it.
No.
He is tooting. He is tooting while floating. Yep.
Well, that's not what that means.
No. No, so no antastic. I mean, it does. It does look that way, man. It does.
Nope, just means that they are trying to
lock.
Yep, did break the lock. Well, we got one stage left. There was the Navy tile on the opening screen. I think that's where he's got to go now.
And I'm not the one rolling slammer seeds. Just sandy seeds. That's pretty bad.
Well, here's the fort. It's 8 fort. So gatekeeper fort is our gatekeeper, I believe.
So
just sandy seeds. Oh no.
Yeah, just Sandy. Imagine just Sandy rolling SMB3 seeds. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
That would be absolutely terrifying. And we do not call those seeds to nuke. We do not. There's nothing getting nuked. No Tanukis were harmed in the making of this game here, buddy. Also, jkoper getting down in 8 fort. We are not nuking Tanukis there, Jade.
There goes jkoper. There goes Boom Boom. So
Yes.
jkoper now just needs to find his path back to Bowser's Valley, and that will get him well, he'll be done. He just needs to make his way back. If he remembers the path, it shouldn't be too hard. It's only so many pipes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, who gets lost in World 8 besides everybody? I get lost and I'm just watching it.
I get lost just because it's me. The bridge has been built. We got a hammer suit on deck. jkoper's locked and loaded.
He is. Excuse me.
And
oh no!
Oh no! This is gonna be rough for our newbie. But I believe in the Malaki. Yeah. I believe you can do it, Malaki.
That was unfortunate.
I think I had to pay anything.
I just remember the first time I ever saw 7F2 and saw that opening and looking at the jump that you have to make onto the fire, onto that piranha plant. I'm just like, really? This is what the game has become? Anyways, here we are.
When you play it in vanilla, I used the P-Wing. I used the P-Wing. I used to play all the white mushroom houses so I can get my share on anchors, and no, I didn't care about the anchors.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, get your GGs for jkoper, who has taken down Bowser and is moments away from declaring a victory.
So Coper's going to move to 2-0. So
yes,
we got a pretty stacked group. Also, the 0-2s are pretty stacked as well. So, you know, I believe we have some good runners there.
Yeah, this is looking... I mean, it's still looking like a great field. We've also had a split match earlier today, so...
Yeah.
Two actually, so I don't want to spoil things, but the matches have been good. So... In fact, I may have already said too much, but I'm sorry. But yes, we are looking at a good set of this matches in the Swiss round already. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see if they are interested in coming in for an interview.
Chat, yeah, Challenge Cup is going to be lit, man. It's going to be lit. Unfortunately, the Malaki gets boomed. You know, all I want to do is a zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. And that's exactly what happened right now. And we are joined by our winner tonight, jkoper. Coper, how are you doing? GG's to you, my friend.
I'm doing okay, thank you. How are you?
We're doing well. We're enjoying the gameplay you had there. Looks like there were a couple of challenging levels. Seems like there always are, but 8-1, of course, particularly nasty. But you know what? You did great getting on through it, and congratulations on the 2 wins. And you'll be moving forward to the top rounds for the Swiss next week.
Yeah, that sounds like Doom for next week. But...
Well, I mean, there's going to be a lot of folks that are going to be all over the place. There's a lot of matches coming up. Of course, we're only 3 or 4 sets in, but it's been looking good. And yeah, certainly glad to have you in. How are you feeling about this match?
You know, other than 8-1, I think that both seeds went pretty smoothly for me.
Yeah, I think so. I know we haven't seen you around too much, but and
Yeah,
but
I haven't played
uh,
since last year.
yeah,
Pretty sure.
but we did notice a couple of things. Kind of like, okay, maybe a little bit of de-rusting going on, but still, it was for somebody who hasn't played since last year. That is an awesome showing that you had. I would definitely say so. To echo the words of Angelic Jade, GG's.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah, and the fact that you were coming from playing probably, I'm not a big fan of cross keys, but you're coming literally from cross keys. That is amazing. Just the stamina, because I usually get a little tilted in cross keys. So the fact that you were able to do cross keys sub 2 hours, which is really darn good, and then come in here and wreck both of our seeds. You are the man.
I mean, that was definitely not sub 2 hours because otherwise it would have been done much earlier.
Oh, I saw you. It wasn't sub 2 hours? Oh, I
No.
thought it was.
You
I
know
was
what?
leaving.
Nope,
Sub 2:30
I beat
is
every
still
dungeon.
good.
So, yeah.
Oh, full clear. So probably 2:30?
Yeah,
roughly?
it was closer to that. Yep. Somewhere in there. But yeah, thanks. Anyway. Yeah, the first seed was almost certainly a PB. And I have a few different sets of splits for this game, so I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure it was a PB. But I mean, two big things there: the no falling after the wand that obviously cuts out some time. I don't know how much exactly, but
Yeah, that's a little bit of time there.
yeah, maybe even close to a minute total or something. I don't know.
Maybe
Then, Then the other big thing was having blocks on the bridge in World 8 because I had that extra hammer at the end, and that was huge for
not having to go back and play the or hunt down the fort and then go play it. Yeah, that's saves quite a bit of time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think overall both seeds for me, like the level layout and my choices for them worked out pretty well for the most part. There were definitely times where I was like, man, I really wish I had a hammer and I don't. Like when I had to play 4 extra levels in World 1 in the first seed, I think it was, maybe.
Yeah, sometimes we've actually seen lately, especially with 8.4 or with the World 8 layout now, the decision about whether or not to keep or use your hammers, those end up becoming not even just 50-50s, but distributed guesses that can really change the outcome of the game, because you really have no clue what it's going to do, and there could be several places to use it. You could even have places within the same overworld that you could use the hammers and have drastically different effects. So, let's see. Sorry. There's something to something to take a look at, though, jkoper, I would say, is take a look at, if you have a chance, take a look at the tournament leaderboard. We created a new leaderboard for the SMB3R tournament, and they are dropping it. They'll be dropping it into the thing, but yeah, go ahead and take a look at the leaderboard. Let me drop a link into in the chat here, because that is definitely worthy of it. So, Danny went and outright
Danny
spoiled it.
already spilled it. Yeah. So basically, Koper, you are number 1 on the leaderboard right now.
Yeah, that is not going to last.
I believe in you. I believe in you. Been watching you, wreck things since Z2, my friend. So I know that you can just, put boot to people's heinies. And that is why we love to watch you, because you're such an excellent tactician and, executioner there. Like, your execution is always pretty darn good, be it Dragon Warrior, be it, just about everything you do. You put a lot of effort in. It's always good to watch how you do things, because it does help our newer runners learn a thing or two, because we have a lot of people imported in that are learning this game, and they're learning it through trial by fire. So we could use your sage-like wisdom, Mr. Coper.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I have to do what I can, I guess.
Yes, and we appreciate you for it. But I guess we should, Diesel, we should give a GG's out there to the TheMalaki in the wild, who didn't meet us out for chat. This was a very valiant effort. Not every seed is going to be as difficult as some of the seeds you had tonight, some of the levels, but you did get to experience playing them. And unfortunately, as I say, in any community, rando does rando. So you're putting in the work, and that is what makes the difference. And know that the comm team and chat, we're supporting you 100% in your endeavors. And Diesel, we need to tell them about hot randomizer action that's going to be happening later tonight, as well as tomorrow.
Yes. So what we got going on right now, actually, on SMB3 Rando, is the one of our other matches between that is Human Mustard and Wind Fox over on SMB3 Rando, and then coming up at 11 p.m. Eastern in just under an hour from now, Shy Guy versus Big Slamood. Shy Guy, or Metroid MST, versus Big Slamood. That will be happening right here on SpeedGaming 2. That'll be hosted by Darth Icarus, or Icarus. So those will be going on. And then tomorrow we have a match at 3 p.m. with William in Texas versus True Hyper Mario. 2 matches going on simultaneously at 9 p.m. Tanhouse versus Dr. Torstall, and Sharky versus Demon Badler. The channels have yet to be determined there. And then at 10 p.m., Angelic Jade versus Krim, and Chaos Finale versus Neo No Name. So we got people, if you are interested in doing commentary for either of those matches, any of those matches, go ahead and drop your name in if you see an opening. There are openings at 9 and 10 and 3 p.m. So come on out and share your voice. We'd love to have you out there. And then, of course, we got more going on.
Definitely needs someone.
Yeah.
Because, that's me. And I don't think chat would want me rolling 2 seeds. So if you want to save THM and William from having to play 2 of my seeds, come join me on comms, so that way we can absolutely Wonder Twin power. And Peppy is like, I don't speak English. Yes, you do. But, we can also do en español, donde se disponible. So, no worries. I don't speak Finnish, though, so.
All right.
I sorry, folks. But we need to close this out so that way our runners and our chat can go see other action going on. And if someone is kind enough to put !R in chat.
Let's see if it updated right. No, it did not. So I will update it. I will put it in there myself because I copied the little text string just in case. There we go.
so much. So
Peace
if
a
you
lot.
can follow our great runners tonight, TheMalaki and jkoper, who also is a legendary whiz on our map finding games. So you always want to see that and be a part of it. Very good entertainer, Malachi as well. And I'd like to thank SpeedGaming and the greatest speed gaming restreamer on the face of the planet, also doing double duty of handling the restream as well as doing commentary, the one and the only Diesel Pilot. You know, he doesn't stream much, but hopefully we can Wonder Twin power him into doing a stream. But he is always so busy with speed gaming, and we love him for it. Chat, you get the biggest thanks of all, because without your love and support, we wouldn't be here. So continue to be a part of the greatest community ever. And that's the Super Mario Brothers 3 Randomizer community, because it's where it's at. We have so many new people, and we're always looking for more. So on that note, Diesel, I'm gonna say doses to everyone, and thank you again. Have the best night ever.
All right, everybody. We're going to go over to another channel now for some more Super Mario Brothers 3 randomizer action. But until I see you next time, stay safe and stay kind. We'll be there on the other side of the next pipe check. Good night, everybody.
Good night.